In a bombshell move, a nonprofit called Haitian Bridge Alliance has filed charges against Donald Trump and J.D. Vance for their lies that helped incite chaos as it relates to the Haitian community in Springfield, Ohio. The law firm overseeing the lawsuit has used a statute allowing private citizens to, quote, file an affidavit charging the offense committed. The charges that Donald Trump and J.D. Vance face include the following: disrupting public service by causing widespread bomb and other threats that resulted in massive disruptions to the public services in Springfield, Ohio, making false alarms by knowingly causing alarm in the Springfield community by continuing to repeat lies that state and local officials have said were false, committing telecommunications harassment by spreading claims that they know to be false during the presidential debate, campaign rallies, nationally televised interviews, and social media, committing aggravated menacing and violation by knowingly making intimidating statements with the intent to abuse, threaten, or harass the recipients, including Trump's threats to deport immigrants who are here legally to Venezuela, a land they have never known, committing aggravated menacing by knowingly causing others to falsely believe that members of Springfield Haitians community would cause serious physical harm to the person or property of others in Springfield, and violating the prohibition against complicity by conspiring with one another and spreading vicious lies that caused innocent parties to be parties to their various crimes. The nonprofit is asking the court to affirm probable cause and to issue arrest warrants, which will require a hearing. The law firm said that the charges, quote, stem from the impact of Trump's and Vance's baseless fear-mongering that legal Haitian immigrants to the Ohio town are eating their neighbors' pets. Quote, the Haitian community is suffering in fear because of Trump and Vance's relentless, irresponsible, false alarms, and public services have been disrupted. Trump and Vance must be held accountable to the rule of law. Anyone else who wreaked havoc the way they have would be arrested by now. There's nothing special about Trump and Vance that entitles them to get away with what they have done and are doing. They think that they are above the law. They're not. Their case will be made exponentially more difficult considering J.D. Vance effectively admitted on air that he made up the story about migrants eating pets because he was just that desperate to shoehorn the narrative of immigration into the political zeitgeist.
Just once and for all, you again started this in part by saying that, at which Donald Trump repeated on the debate stage, that, and he didn't say anything about the policies that you're talking about. He just said Haitians are eating dogs and cats. Can you affirmatively say now that that is a rumor that has no basis with evidence?
Dana, the evidence is the first-hand account of my constituents who are telling me that this happened. And by the way, I've been trying to talk about the problems in Springfield for months, and the American media ignored it. There was a congressional hearing just last week of angel moms who lost children because Kamala Harris let criminal migrants into this country who then murdered their children. The American media totally ignored this stuff until Donald Trump and I started talking about cat memes. If I have to, create stories so that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering of the American people, then that's what I'm going to do, Dana, because you guys are completely letting Kamala Harris coast. You had one interview with her. You talk about pushing back against me, Dana. You didn't push back against the fact that she cast the deciding vote on the Inflation Reduction Act, which is why a lot of Americans can't afford food and housing.
You just said that you're creating a story.
Public policy.
Sir, you just said that you're creating the story.
What's that, Dana?
You just said that this is a story that you created. So the eating dogs and cats thing is not accurate.
Dana, it comes from first-hand accounts from my constituents. I say that we're creating a story, meaning we're creating the American media focusing on it. I didn't create 20,000 illegal migrants coming into Springfield thanks to Kamala Harris's policies. Her policies did that, but yes, we created the actual focus that allowed the American media to talk about this story and the suffering caused by Kamala Harris's policies.
And this was made worse by the fact that a staffer of J.D. Vance actually called the Springfield city manager, Brian on September 9th, prior to the debate, and asked if there was any truth in rumors that Haitian immigrants were taking and eating pets in Springfield. Quote, he asked point blank, are the rumors true of pets being taken and eaten? Heck told the outlet. I told him no. There was no verifiable evidence or reports to show this was true. I told them these claims were baseless. Did that stop Donald Trump from saying this?
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.
Of course not. Trump did it anyway because even though the campaign knew that it was false, the point was to perpetuate a certain narrative to help themselves politically. And what followed was death threats against Haitians, bomb threats against Haitians, property damage against Haitians, all because of a claim that these Republicans knew was a lie, that they were told was a lie, but they spread it anyway. They don't care whose lives they have to put in danger so long as they can derive some marginal political advantage from it. And the craziest part? Trump continues, after all of this, to repeat his claim to this day.
With 47 days until the election, former President Trump held a rally last night where he amplified false claims about immigrants in Springfield, Ohio, and promised to carry out the largest deportation in U.S. history.
47 days, less than 7 weeks out from Election Day, and the polls show that this race is still a dead heat nationally. Donald Trump holding a campaign rally on Long Island, New York yesterday. The former president telling his supporters he plans to visit Springfield, Ohio, after amplifying false claims that Haitian migrants in Springfield were eating neighborhood pets. Now, Springfield's mayor has warned against a visit from any candidate because the city has received at least 33 bomb threats.
The threats follow baseless claims about Haitian migrants in the city eating pets. There have been more than a dozen threats made to public schools, hospitals, and city services since the presidential debate on September 10th.
Do you think Springfield will ever be the same? I don't think. The fact is, and I'll say it now, you have to get him the hell out. You have to get him out. I'm sorry. To get him out. Can't have it. Can't have it. It's terrible. It's terrible to say. And
he's not trying to fix anything. He's trying to entrench problems for his own personal benefit. Now, as for this lawsuit, I do want to be clear that the likelihood of it going anywhere is slim. It also remains to be seen whether citizen-led charges like this one in this jurisdiction have ever been used successfully. So I wouldn't hang my hat on Donald Trump and JD Vance being arrested as the result of this, but I do want to give props to the nonprofit that filed these charges, however futile they may be, and to say that they have shown more courage in a shorter time frame than the DOJ and many state prosecutors have shown in years. Trump's delay tactics notwithstanding, the fact that these prosecutions took so long to get off the ground after January 6th is a testament to the fear of Trump that has pervaded so many prosecutors' offices in this country. So even though this case is unlikely to succeed, the Haitian Bridge Alliance and the firm representing them deserve credit for recognizing that dangerous behavior shouldn't be ignored. If more prosecutors acted with the urgency of these groups, I can guarantee you that Trump wouldn't feel so emboldened to commit criminal activity with the ease that he does so right now. Before you go, just a quick note, if you'd like to see more of my content, which is always free of advertising, sponsorships, and paywalls, please make sure to subscribe to this channel using the subscribe button right here on the screen. And if you'd like to support my work even further, you can grab a copy of my instant #1 New York Times selling book, Shameless, available for sale right now. That link is also on the screen. Thanks so much for watching.